We are Spot On here. Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of Spot On. Oh, no, that's my name. That's my show, and we do sports here. We talk sports. Thank you to all friends and followers of Spot On. Oh, no, yes, don't forget to follow your girl here. Follow me here. Like, share, thumbs up. Very, very important to do that. And any platform at all, any platform. If you're watching this, make sure you give me thumbs up and like this video. Yes, earlier today, over to the women's for us here in Africa. We have the AFCON for women starting, and also we have the Euros for the women started yesterday. And but we had this painful news this earlier today that one of the footballers passed on in a car crash, and Diogo, Liverpool. I'm like, you know, that's just life. Transient nature. Sports generally is transient, and you would never have expected such news. You know, having just having had this wedding ceremony many days ago, and then this happens, and just wonder. But what I want us to know is, whatever you are, wherever you find yourself, whatever you do, make sure you make an impact. You know, the tributes are pouring after. I mean, it's just overwhelming. Tributes have been coming. You know, tributes have been coming just to show that it was a wonderful soul. So that's how it is. And he lost his brother. His brother was also in the car. That's very, very painful. For the football world, it's just so sad. Of course, condolences to all those affected, all friends and family. Of course, of the clubs that he played for, Liverpool, was even in Wolves. So it's so painful. Of course, in Porto, yes, Porto, that's where his brother also played for Porto in Portugal. And Ronaldo was like, it doesn't make sense. See how Ronaldo was like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. I put him there. It doesn't make sense. So let's be, make impact at 28. Make impact. Very, very sad. Sad news there. I just wondering, everybody's trying to go, time for the new season very soon, and it happens. Just pray that but to the great loss, terrible loss. Family, family, even the one, even why he started at that Portugal, Pacos, Rivera, you just feel that, so just make impact. Let's make impact. It's transcend. We're just talking about the Club World Cup and how the players were suffering. Players are suffering because the sun is so much in the US at this time. The heat is too much. I was just talking about it, you know. Because Liverpool not playing there, but I was talking about okay, the match, the UV match, Juventus, had been asked to, in their loss. They wanted to be substituted because of the heat, and I said it, you know. And as what the coach of the Chelsea was saying, like, it's just 4 minutes to go. The match against just they stopped the match at okay. Let's go straight to um of that sad story. Just condolences and pray that the loss is so painful to lose anyone, especially so young. And this is sports. Okay, yes, the Euros started yesterday for the women, and well, it's first time, last time England won, they hosted and won, and I also discovered yesterday that the last winner before England, that's the Netherlands, also hosted to win. But from what we saw yesterday, I don't know if Switzerland can follow that trend, but it was a good one. The matches and about the world order, about the time because what was no way they have not won the world. At the point, no way were a major powerhouse Norway, Sweden, you know. But now for the women, because US have been there for a while, and they even came back to win gold, in Paris last year. So Spain couldn't get to the final, and in fact they finished for Spain. Nomati, Itala, they finished fourth at the Olympics. But with their form and the fact that they are current, I think Europa League, current World Cup winners, I think everybody's thinks that okay, Spain can go ahead and win this one. Yes, win this one. Because England will have a lot to say about that. England, of course, defending champions. So it just shows how things are changing. Norway in those days, I remember when they beat the Super Falcons, Sweden, was now Spain now. Spain, England. Those are the two teams now for ladies football. Doing very well. They won the Champions League. So our Barcelona lost to Arsenal ladies in the Champions League now, for women now. For women, Arsenal women, ladies, strong surprise and going to beat Barcelona so those two nations, Spain, England, I think wants to watch for this Euros for the ladies, and I believe that Germany too are not left out. Germany also will do well too. They are also contenders. Of course, Germany, I think, they're bronze medalists last time out. So Germany, bronze medalists in Paris, and of course they are also former winners of this tournament as well. So Germany, we look out for Germany, but England, defending champions, Spain, of course. In fact, they were the last two finalists. England having to win in extra time. They hosted it. So we'll see how it goes. And today, when Spain will play for Portugal, you know, in the women's Euros, and there'll be a minute silence. Yes, honor the departed. Yes, I think that's just fitting. Honor the departed. This silence today when Spain and Portugal go head to head, and he died in Spain, even though he's from Portugal, plays currently in Anfield, Liverpool. Okay, yes, I was talking about the world order and the Olympics. I think USA came up, they got gold. Brazil, they were able to win gold. Brazil wanted to win badly because Mata and all that, but they couldn't win the gold. The USA still came up and won. I think number five, yeah, they are fifth gold medal. So USA, dominant force in this world. This is Euros now. USA are not here, of course. I just said earlier. So let's look at Spain, Bomati, and Jenny was left out. I'm also left out of the yes. I think the World Cup debacle, what happened to her, and the something that was still haunt her. But apparently, the coach is saying that she was left out for purely sporting reasons. That just many players Spain have, for the women, and I hope so. I do hope so. I hope that she was left out for purely, now purely sporting reasons. So Jenny's out for Spain. She's not playing here, but I think that Spain can still do it. But England will be there, to defend their title. They won't let go. Mm. Norway outside of shape. Norway, Sweden outside of shape. And even in Africa here, we have Nigeria. Wanted to win 10th title, in this format. They won two earlier. Anyway, it was still home and away, but now this is what it was. Tournament hosting. Nigeria beginning to win 10th title. And it's going to be interesting to see. South Africa will have a lot to say. Of course, Morocco will beat Nigeria in the semis last round. You know, that's what they hosted. They hosted this one again. What they hosted last time, they beat Nigeria, and let us see what happens at the women's AFCON. Women's AFCON. Nigeria losing in that semi. Of course, they lost again in the third place match. So one of the worst. And you know how the struggles of Nigeria. Yeah, the struggle. They have this struggle. They have actually won more titles. In fact, only three nations have won. Is that is that wonderful? Let me just say that way. Nigeria winning. Equatorial Guinea have won once when they hosted, and I think they won twice. Equatorial Guinea have won twice for the women now, and of course, South Africa beat Morocco in that final. After the Morocco beat Nigeria, they thought they could win it. They were playing in their homes, but it wanted to be South Africa. South Africa had a lot to say. And South Africa are current champions, and I will not, South Africa want to retain their title. I can see that, and they're ready to go. So they are also so in this tournament now. We've got three winners: Nigeria, Syria winners. We once win the tenth one. Oshuala has been called after a long while. Oshuala is back. Oshuala is back. And they're like, why didn't you call Oshuala? All this why? And the coach Madibu was saying, there's no reason, no. Oshuala is back. And Oshuala is back. And of course, our Captain Rashidat is also there. So let us see how it goes. Even though the players from the on the home are not as many as expected, that's based here. National Amazons, the Rivers Angels, of course, the Rivers Angels won their last FA Cup recently. So, but let's also wait and see what happens. But it's today it's all about the Euros for the women, and all eyes will be on the Portugal Spain match as the ladies will be, giving 1 minute silence to honor the soul of Diogo, who passed on earlier today in Spain. Okay, so we talked about how Nigeria are winning. So, and even it's even Zambia. Zambia will have the illustrious. She's called in the Olympics, and she was. But even Banda, they haven't. They're yet to also thrive on this stage. So maybe if Zambia can come up, and give everyone a account of themselves. So let's see if Zambia can do that. So, but for me, it's still going to be. I think within Nigeria, South Africa, Cameroon, maybe. But I just feel those three. I just Africa, and Zambia with our star leader there of African squad. So let's all see what happens. The African current African football of the year for female now. So she's Zambia, and let us see how that will go. Yes, I don't want it supposed to be too long, but on Wimbledon I said it. I said it's going to be tough to pick a winner, and so it has proved. I wouldn't even like I can also confess that I didn't know it would be this way. That 6, 2, 3, 4, and 5 will be out for 4 days. I didn't expect that. I just knew that golf will struggle. If you check my post, I said it. I said they haven't lost that match against the Chinese lady. I said they hadn't prepared well. The Banega, who I thought is doing well, Swatek had lost the first set. Playing now, she lost the first set now. But we'll go back to that match after this video. But Swatek still there. The Banega still there. Navarro did very well today. She actually had a straight set win. A very, very thumping win for Navarro. But 2, 3, 4, and 5 are out. So Batusa Madrid is out. Kogov was in tears, was painful, wasn't it? And of course, the Olympic champion also out. Pauline is out as well. So I mean, for the women, I said it's be difficult to pick a winner. Be an outsider, it could be Rabakina, it could be because even Bacaresa, 2023 winners out. So, but I didn't expect to be this way. Even for Alcaraz, I thought, okay, fine, you won't win. Alcaraz was just lucky. You just have to dig deep to win the first match. 38-year-old, but that's just sports. Anything can happen. But Alcaraz was just lucky, so it's not really certain. Even though I feel that Alcaraz will still have, I said to stop Alcaraz, Novak, because going for Grand Slam 25 now, and I know that they met at the Olympics last year, and yes, even at his age, he's still with Alcaraz. So Novak is there. And of course, the man from Italy, one number one is there, Yang Xinan is there as well. Because just like the women's side, but the women's side is even, is still so open now. The fact that all the seats have gone out, wow. So Sabalenka now has a good chance. Sabalenka has a good chance now to win. This is a report. The way I see it is anybody's for the taking. Abakina is still there. And River still wants to. And River, the Russian lady, still doing very well. Young lady, you know. Yes, from Russia. And River. So and River is still there. Abakina is still there. For the ladies, Osaka, four-time Grand Slam winner, is also doing well, surprisingly. You know. And Raducanu was saying that, oh, she felt so good after beating the 2020 tournament. Like, like, well, I don't see Raducanu beating Valenka, but you never can say. So we'll go for that match, third round match. What number one? So Zabalenka, the path has been cleared for you now to go and win your maiden Wimbledon title. Can she do it? Zabalenka, can she do it? On the men's side, it's still shaky as well. But we'll see how it goes. So we don't want the video to be too long. So let's continue to pay tribute to Diogo and and just hope that the family and friends and all well wishers in sports and find a way, inspire the children and find a way to bear this irreparable loss. Just let us take it easy. Life is transient. Sports is transient. Let's do good. That's what means. That's what it means. Let's do good at all times. So rest on, and we'll see you very soon. So let's see what happens today in the Euros for the ladies. As I said, it's Spain and England are the ones to watch. Sweden, I know we used to be heavyweights, but no more. So Spain, England are the. As far as for Switzerland, I don't think they can emulate England and Netherlands that hosted to win last two competitions of the Euros, last two editions for ladies. It was really to see because I just love the fact that yes, we have our own AFCON. The women AFCON is coming up, so don't forget to support the Falcons here in Nigeria. And Oshuala is back on the team after a long break. We're looking forward to it. Yeah, they play on Sunday actually. Yeah, play on Sunday. Especially on Sunday. That's the Falcons. So, but whatever it is, wherever we're watching, let's follow. And we'll talk soon. It's a very sporty weekend to look forward to as usual. We'll talk soon. Spot on. We're always spot on here.